Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we're in a different setup. I tried to do most of this video outside, but it looks like it's about to start raining and there was a lot of wind and just chaos. So we are in this setup right now. We're indoors. I'm actually just sitting in front of a window, so hopefully the light isn't too bad. But today we are talking about favorites. What I've done is there are a couple of things that I've just really been loving using or engaging with over the past few months. I know there are some YouTubers who do like a monthly favorite thing. I feel like for me that's a bit like crazy. I don't think I have like new products every single month, but for the past maybe like 3 months, these are the things that have come into my life that I love. I have the items on the left of me here, so if I keep looking that way, that's because they're all here. I think I'll start with something that my sister actually got me when she went to Ghana for Afrochella, I think, that whole thing that was happening in New Year's. So she was part of the crew that was there. If you were there, shout out to you as well. And she got me these really beautiful fans. They're like the perfect size to just put in your handbag and just carry on, even just like carry underneath your arm, like me. That's what I do. You know, when you go out to like an event or you go to a wedding or you're just out and about, and especially with the regular Nairobi weather, not this rainy weather, but the regular Nairobi weather, it can be a little bit hot. So imagine having one of these and then just bringing this out. Honestly, it's so beautiful and actually practical because the fabric is stiff. I'll show you what the other one looks like. So this is it when it's closed and this is it when it's open, and this one is another fabric like this. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. So these are the two fans that she got. I think she got my mom one as well. She got a couple. They come in like different fabric designs and everything. There's some extra tassels on it as well, so you can actually tie it up so it like sits properly together and like, you know, stays as it should be. I'm just over here fanning myself, don't mind me, you know. So that's item number one, those fans from Ghana. I don't know if they have a specific name. If they do, let me know in the comment section below. I'm just calling them African fabric fans. So now item number two, and it's kind of related to item number one because it's also African. I should say they are also African, and that for me is African writers. I'm really trying to read a lot more this year. I didn't do too badly last year, but I could definitely do better. And one thing I'm looking in particular is to try and read more African authors. So these two books that I have, the first one is by Sangudel. It's called Making Futures, Young Entrepreneurs in a Dynamic Africa. This is the book, and I was actually fortunate enough to meet Sangu himself, and he signed it for me. I don't know if you can even see that. The book basically is him traveling around Africa and talking to different entrepreneurs and businessmen and women. He speaks to 17 entrepreneurs and then tells their story through this book, and then you get to know about them, you get to know about their country, you get to know about doing business in specific areas of Africa. And yeah, it's just like a really interesting book as well because Sangu, I think, is also a very like charismatic person, so you can tell, you know, that comes out in how he writes as well and like the people he interacts with as well. And the second one is by a lady called Makena Maganjo, and it's called South B's Finest. One, before we get into the book, I just think like the cover itself is really pretty, so I've been putting it in a lot of my posts on Instagram. And two, she is a Kenyan woman and she's writing basically about growing up in South B's Finest, and this is the second African author that is currently on my favorites list, Makena Maganjo. Let's move on to our third favorite, and it's actually 4 different things, but I'm going to group it under one general like heading, which is skincare. I would say generally I haven't had the worst skin growing up. I know there's times where things get a bit stressful and certain things are happening and you get a loose pimple here and there. So currently I think I have one chilling with me right now over here, but overall in the long term, I would say my skin has been pretty okay. But as I grow older, I am trying to just take care of it a bit more and not necessarily just, you know, wait and see what happens. So fortunately for me, a friend of mine, Julia, is really into skincare, and she basically hooked me all the way up. The next items I'm about to show you all came from her and her page, which I will link as well for you guys to have a look. These are the 4 items. I will go through them just so we can understand a bit better what's happening with each one of them, because I won't lie to you, for me, before this whole like routine came into my life, what I used to do was, you know, if I have makeup on, I remove it with micellar water. I wash my face with just any cleanser, any soap that's there, and then you know, put lotion, go to bed. Sometimes I don't even put lotion, I just put lip balm, go to bed. Very, very, very basic, and not really, probably not the best for your skin. The first item that Julia told me about was this low pH Good Morning Gel Cleanser. It says here it's formulated with purifying botanical ingredients. This low pH formula works to soothe, refresh, and soften the skin without the stripping feeling. Now, that last bit, that is exactly why I recommend this cleanser. As I said before, I would just take soap, literally soap, like sabuni. I just take, we wash, and this is after obviously I've removed my makeup with the micellar water, but there's always makeup that stays on your face, so you always still have to wash your face. And the thing that would happen is that it was feeling so dry, especially like around my nose areas here. It was just like gone, moisture gone. When I use this cleanser, I've noticed that it doesn't leave my skin feeling like it's about to crack if I smile, which is a really good thing. Another additional thing that she's added to my skin routine, I can actually say I have a skin routine now, is this AHA, BHA, PHA 30-day Miracle Toner. So now this I use after I've already cleansed my face, and I only use this once a week. So now when it comes to breaking down AHA, BHA, PHA, I would really just implore you to just do your own research on YouTube. It's all there. This actual product is there. People like showing you day-to-day use. There are people who do use this every day. For me, because as I mentioned, my skin hasn't been problematic, I don't want to start doing too many things unless it reaches that stage. The last items in my skincare routine that I'm really excited for, that I honestly had no clue about, are the serums. I have two serums here. One is retinol and one is vitamin C. This one smells so good, y'all. This smells so good. It's like a squeeze top. What do you call this? Like a pump top. And I just pump, like, this is with the routine. I pump like 3 or 4 pumps into my hand, and I rub it, and I make sure I rub it on my face, on my neck as well. And that's the vitamin C one. This retinol one can only be used at night. You shouldn't even be using it every single night. Keep it away from the thin parts or under your eyes. The brand for the serums is Nuva Skin, and they don't sting, they don't like, you know, itch or anything. You just have to, you know, use it a bit sparingly, especially when it comes to the night one. And then I then put my regular lotion on my face, the one I use on my body. It's Nivea. I put it on my face. One day maybe I might then upgrade my lotion as well. But the thing that I say is it's like everything in increments, right? So you can't just go out and buy a whole like brand new set of skincare things, because even when I had these 4, I would use one at a time. That way if anything reacts, I know, okay, I wasn't reacting when I used 2. Now that I've added this 3rd step, I'm reacting. So maybe it's this that I'm reacting to. So you also have to give your skin a bit of time to kind of adjust and let you know what's right and not right, because it'll show you. It'll literally show you, especially your face. It'll show you. The 4th item that's currently on my favorites list are these Soundbud Slim headphones. I recently started going to the gym a bit more proactively. We actually at work have a group of us in a WhatsApp group, and we like keep each other accountable. And one thing that I am so specific about when it comes to the gym is the music. I really tend to enjoy like loud hip hop, like something with a beat. So if you're doing a squat, you're doing it to like a beat, you know, drop it low, drop it down, low, wait. So things like that. And it's not necessarily everyone's cup of tea. So I used to carry headphones to the gym, but I don't know if my ears, I don't know, there's just something wrong with my ears that it just would never fit. So one of the girls actually in the group had these headphones. I really like these earbuds because, one, they are magnetic, so they stick quite well together there, as you can see. So when you have them around your neck, you don't like have to worry about them moving around or dropping or whatever it might be. But my favorite bit about these earbuds is the way the ear part sits in your ear. So for me, if you're like on a treadmill or if you're doing whatever it is you're doing, they always tend to drop out. They always tend to like, even if it doesn't drop out, it just tends to sit slightly out, so you don't hear, you know, I'm trying to hear the bass. I'm trying to get the bass through my body to get me running. So what it has is it has this like hook thing on the top of it, so that just like sits in the bit of your ear over there, and then now the earbud actually sits in your ear as well. They were, I think, maybe like 2,500 Kenyan shillings. Maximum I think I paid is maybe 3,000 max, you know, and they are fantastic. You charge them, there's a little like slot here, you put them in, charge them, and they're good to go, and they last quite well. The final 2 things I want to talk about on my list are not things I can show you, but things you can go and look for for online. The first one is TikTok. Let me tell you, I am obsessed. If you've been watching my channel, you know Sonny Side Up on Instagram. She was like way ahead of us with this TikTok thing, telling us, guys, get on. I was like, nah, like I see it on Twitter, it looks cool, but like whatever. But then Katerina, who was the host when we did the show up or throw up challenge, she has taken it to a whole new level, and now I'm obsessed with TikTok. So I'm gonna put her Instagram there so you can go see what she's been doing. But then also just the app itself, like I literally spend my time scrolling, just looking at dances, learning dances, all this stuff. I just think it's great. TikTok. And the final thing is also online, and it's a show. And if you are in my close group of friends, you're probably very tired of hearing me talk about this, but I will not stop. It's a show called The Marvelous Mrs. Mazal. I love that show. I'm actually so sad because I finished 3 seasons in, I think, 10 days? I finished 3 seasons in maybe 12 days because I had work. I finished 3 seasons in 12 days. And I'm so upset because now it's coming out at the end of the year, but then I don't know if they're even filming because productions are not producing during this stage, understandably, but I'm still upset. I'm still upset. For me, the humor that I love is like banter, witty kind of humor. So just something that's just a bit like, you know, a bit more thought through and a bit just like, just witty. And I just love everything about it. I love the fashion, I love the humor, I love just everything. The Marvelous Mrs. Mazal. You should definitely watch that show if you haven't already, and if you have, good, well done. Actually, that wasn't the last thing, I completely forgot. So the final thing is an item that was sent to me, but even if it wasn't sent to me, I think, you know, I've had it for a couple of months now and I would still have gone out to spend my money on it, but I just want to be like transparent that it was sent to me, just, you know, so people can understand. And it's this cloth bag and it says Nairobi and then the coordinates of Nairobi and where Nairobi is, and it has 2 straps, you know, as you would assume, 2 straps. And on the inside it has 3, sorry, my keys are inside there, but it has like 3 pockets on the inside, so you can also, you know, keep your things a bit separate from each other. And what I love about this bag is it's so strong. As I said, I use this every day. I go to work every day with this bag. I throw laptops in there, I throw food, I throw like bottles of water, I throw equipment, I throw just about anything you can imagine me throwing into a bag in this bag. And the straps are still sturdy, they're still strong. I will add that I think it has faded just a little bit because I've had it for a few months now and it was like properly like washed, which I don't know if that's how it's meant to be washed, but it was. So the color has faded a little bit, but it's still cute, you know, it's still not too bad, right? It's not too bad. That Nairobi bag is by a company called Ayo, and they have such a really like nice range of different bags for like traveling, a small bag for like toothbrushes and all that stuff, and just like a wide range of colors. So I'll leave their details as well below, especially if you're the type of person to go away for the weekend for just like, you know, 2 nights over the weekend and you don't want to carry like a big suitcase or like a wheel bag. They have a really nice sized duffel bag that is strong, the zips are strong, and you know, it looks good, it looks really nice as well. So I'll put their page as well there for you guys to check out. So those are the things that I'm currently loving right now. Those are some of my favorites. I would love to know what you are loving at this point, what shows you're watching, especially what shows you're watching actually. So what shows you're watching, maybe what books you're reading, you know, just things that you're loving and what's currently on your favorites at this point in time. Write me a message in the comments and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Baby, come give me something. Ooh,